The legislature, as a key institution of constitutional democracy, performs the basic role of enactment, repeal, revision, and review of laws and regulation for the advancement and well-being of the society it serves, and Nigeria is not an exception.
Those in support of this motion say aye.
Nigeria's 1999 constitution, as amended, vests the legislative powers of the country on the National Assembly and state houses of assembly.
Badly affected.
The Nasarawa State Legislative House is entangled in what many call a show of shame. Legislators throw caution to the wind, exchanging fisticuffs in trying to drive home their arguments over the state governor's appointment of sole administrators to man affairs at the local councils in the state, pending when elections would be conducted. Governor Tanko Almakura's decision may not have gone down well with some lawmakers who allege that the decision to appoint sole administrators is not the House's decision. 6 of the lawmakers had earlier resolved to the conduct of elections immediately after the 2-year expiration of the tenure of the local council chairman in the state. They allege that the other lawmakers may have been bribed to go against their resolutions.
Any other person, anybody who doesn't want this city,
That motion resulted to a free-for-all fight, disrupting the legislative process. Few minutes, however, some lawmakers convened another sitting and moved the motion to suspend the 6 All Progressives Congress members indefinitely for violating the rules of the House without allowances but half salaries.
In continuation of the sitting based on my earlier motion for the suspension of 6 erring members of this House, before there was chaos and disarray, which is another display of the characteristics of misconduct and disobedience. I move that the said members be suspended indefinitely.
I stand to second the motion ably taken by the majority leader of the House that the 6 erring members of this assembly should be suspended. I so second.
But one of the suspended lawmakers says they will seek redress in court.
Here in this House, we see a rape of democracy. What was the issue on ground? The issue is that a flagrant flouting of the law we swore to defend in this House on the 9th of June. We stood on the side of them and insisted that the right thing should be done. And that forms the basis of our being vilified by our colleagues who also swore to uphold, defend, and protect this law. This is sad. It's a sad day for Nasarawa State, and I believe it is a sad day for democracy in this country. We are law-abiding people. I'm a lawyer, so we know the right places to go. We have already briefed our lawyer, and very soon we will take the assembly to court.
The House has set up an ad hoc committee to investigate the allegations of bribery and corruption leveled against the other 18 lawmakers by the suspended 6 and to report back to the House in a month's time.
At first, the institution of lawmaking in every state and even the National Assembly is concerned, because this is an institution where you disagree in order to agree. At times, even in enacting law for peace, order, and good governance, at times we say we kill the law when it reaches the second reading. So when you are trying to kill the law, you must disagree in order to agree. That anything that is not in the better interest, you kill the law. And let me also tell you, the Assembly is a place or institution whereby public opinion or the majority votes count. So what has happened today, I want to believe, is a normal process as far as the lawmaking institution is concerned. So if our lawmakers, we're supposed to behave honorable. That is, we are representing almost everybody, including the governor of Nasarawa State that makes up the people of the state. You see, when somebody said you do this or you do that, it is something that you need to prove it. I'm hearing this for the first time. And as a lawmaker, I will request that the video or the clip of any person that said we were bribed should be tendered before this house. And I want to assure you that this house will not dust the issue on ground, that we are going to deep onto the issue to make sure to ascertain the true position of what happened.
Meanwhile, Senior Special Assistant to Governor Tanko Almakura on Public Affairs and Media Strategy describes the allegation as laughable and calls on the lawmakers to refrain from such act.
The governor is recipient of most transparent governor in the whole country, as noted by Transparency International. And, Governor Umaru Tanko Almakura is one that is very precise about accountability. In fact, he is the only governor in Nigeria to have refused clearly to bribe his way out of 9 impeachment attempts to remove him from office between 2011 to 2014. So how can he now, when he has majority in the State House of Assembly, go out to bribe anyone else? So, I think that the tragic fight that erupted in the Nasarawa State House of Assembly is something that the members of the State House of Assembly should reflect upon and redress. But they should leave, and anyone else outside should also leave the name of His Excellency Governor Umaru Tanko Almakura out of it all.